Hello there, all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we have your November 2025 money and career reading here for you. Let's get right into it. We do have a very fiery Mercury retrograde. Okay, we don't always like to hear that, but it is happening. Mercury is one of our fastest moving planets, which is why we see that retrograde a few times a year. And of course, this can bring about some reflection and some clarity on things sometimes, but we have to take that step back and kind of reassess and reevaluate a little bit more. We've got to take more time and caution with communication, with technology. If you're making any travel plans, probably not the best time to make some travel plans with a Mercury retrograde, but if you have to, then just make sure that you have everything documented, you've got copies of everything, and you double and triple check absolutely everything, okay? But yes, Mercury retrograde can bring about some technology issues, very well known for that, and also some communication problems can happen with that as well. So just be aware of that. We are already in the shadow period of that retrograde, and it will traverse both Sagittarius and Scorpio. So this can be really transformative for us, but it can also be kind of freeing for us here as well. But you may, while the retrograde is in play, you may feel a little bit restricted or stuck. We do have a potentially really good full moon in the sign of Taurus on November 5th. Look back 6 months ago to the new moon in Taurus. What were you initiating back then? Because this can be where we have the end of a very long cycle, a very long 6-month cycle, what it feels like. But you could have something coming to fruition. Taurus energy is ruled by Venus, so we can have some blessings coming our way, or we can, it can be a time of harvest and abundance for us. November 19th, we've got a new moon in Scorpio, signifying some sort of rebirth or change in your world there as well. And new moons are always a great time for some new beginnings. But let's see what we've got. Gemini, we've got envy coming out here first for you. All right, and as we see on this card, we've got a figure standing in the shadows, grayed out. She's got beautiful pearls in the bowl. She's got beautiful jewelry. She's got all this wealth, all these riches, and yet she continues to look to see what other people have. She continues to focus externally. So this is a big reminder for you that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes we really have to assess the things that we have right now, where we are right now, the things we've accomplished, the things that we have the power to change if we don't like where it is, but looking to see what other people have and feeling jealous or envious of that, we're going to continue to be stuck. So just be a little aware of that there could be some lower vibe energies somewhere around you. All right, this can potentially represent, especially with Mercury. Mercury is your planetary ruler, right? So when it goes retrograde, you guys feel it, and you feel it more than other people, but it can be really helpful for you in sometimes. And so the envy energy can represent that there's maybe someone around you as well, whether it's at work or whether it's neighbors or family, and they're looking at your wealth, your success, and you know what the power that you bring to the table, that kind of thing. And so there's they might not necessarily be your best ally. Okay, they might have some sort of nefarious underlying intentions there for you. So it's going to be very important for you to trust your intuition, but also maybe trust and examine some information that you might encounter, because maybe not everything is as it seems. Protect your work as well, especially in your workplace, right? Because this could be a potential person that would take credit for the things that you have done, and they put their name on something, or maybe you work on a project with someone and they're the ones that distribute it, but they somehow take credit for it. So just be aware of a little snake in the grass. We've got your 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Work with Archangel Metatron to manifest something into existence for yourself. Your 3rd eye chakra is open and in a healthy, receptive state. And Archangel Metatron can help you turn your visions, your wishes, your dreams, your goals into reality. And some of you here, something may happen excuse me, something may happen, something may come to fruition that is in alignment with your manifestation. So this can be really wonderful. But with that third eye open, it's like kind of an extra eye. So you can see things a little bit more clearly. You can see the truth behind things. So, you know, when we're looking around or when we're trying to assess things, it's not just our eyes that look outward. It's also that third eye that's inward. And that can help us out there. We've got the King of Coins, very nice energy. The King of Coins can be a very generous benefactor. Okay, this can be somebody who can help you out with some financial things. This could be someone that can help you with a loan, or perhaps they give you some money, or they might give you some very important financial or career advice. This can be someone who you pay for their services, for example, like an accountant, a banker, a financial advisor, that kind of real estate agent, that kind of thing. And they are in the upright position, so they are helpful for you. But this can also be your energy, and this would be where some envy may come out, right? The King of Coins, it's like you're successful in your own right. Okay, yes, we sometimes look externally to other people and we compare, right? We compare ourselves to other people, but there's smoke and mirrors that go on there, right? So, you know, remember that not everything is always as it seems, okay? So just pay attention to you, what you have, what you've created for yourself, and give yourself a little bit of credit, and know that you can create a more abundant and prosperous life for yourself, right? So wherever you happen to be, if you're where you want to be or not, okay, that power lies within you. We've got the King of Wands here as well, and we've got the Fool. So this can be a potentially good time for some of you to embark on a new career, or perhaps even open or expand your own business. The King of Wands does tend to be very entrepreneurial, and the Fool can represent new beginnings, right? And the King of Coins can be that success. So whether you're teaming up with people in a business partnership for a new business venture, a new project, whatever it happens to be, these are really powerful allies. But this can also be about you taking charge, you taking the lead, and you being successful at something. The Fool can certainly represent something brand new, a new stage of development, a new career path, a new business opening for you, or perhaps taking on a new workload or a new project to really show people what you're made of. And this can bring you some promotions. This can bring you some financial rewards here as well. And so just remember that success isn't always done just independently on our own. Sometimes we do need other people because everyone brings something a little bit different to the table. The King of Coins can be someone who's, you know, very practical, and so who can really see the monetary impact behind things. The King of Wands, they bring their creative flair, right? They bring the passion. And so whether you've got two people that you may partner up with, you may need to make a choice perhaps there as well, with a couple of different opportunities, right? Or it's your potential, your power to lead the crew. But it can be very lucrative for you there, okay? Whether it's lucrative in your money or lucrative with your reputation. We've got the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, beautiful energies coming out here, Gemini. And we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, if we're going to have the Eight of Swords, the reverse is kind of the way that we want it to go, because this can be a release of restrictions. See, we're full steam ahead with the Eight of Wands, and we are letting go of restrictions. We're letting go of our fears, our low vibe, low brow energy, right? We're getting rid of all that. We're open, we're free, freedom to choose, freedom to change, freedom to move forward. If you've been feeling like there's something that's been standing in your way, something is lifting for you here. The Eight of Wands can represent travel or forward movement, so which is way better than being stuck. Eight of Wands or Eight of Swords in the upright would be stuck, okay? Stuck. I'm feeling trapped, right? There's no way forward. I'm not seeing it. I'm scared of something, right? But in the reverse there, we're kind of letting all that go. And we're replacing it with this Eight of Wands energy. We're replacing it with the Fool. So this is a spring in your step. It's like, I know what I want and I'm going to get it. And, you know, I'm feeling good. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm sure that I can navigate whatever issues come up along the way. And so it's a really more positive energy. But the Eight of Wands can represent some really positive communication, some really good news, and also this forward momentum. So things are picking up steam. It's electrifying and it's exciting. Eights, of course, do bring about a reminder to be flexible and adaptable, but eights are also about your infinite potential and, of course, are tied with abundance and manifestation. So you could have something really wonderful that is lining up for you. Be ready for action, though, because that Eight of Wands is an action-oriented energy, and the King of Wands up here is action-oriented. The Fool is action as well. Okay, so whatever you've got going on, be ready to take some sort of action. Because why? Because you've got the Nine of Cups coming in here. You've got your wishes and your goals and your dreams coming in here. And it's right at the heart of your reading. So it's like the heartbeat of your reading, right? And that Nine of Cups can just represent a feeling of, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling secure. I'm feeling confident in things. I'm feeling like things are falling into place. And, you know, I'm feeling that all of my ups and downs, something is paying off and I'm getting some sort of reward, whether it's something emotionally, right, that can give you that confidence boost, something a little bit more joyous, maybe a more positive outlook, or you could really have something coming to fruition there with that Nine of Cups, and it can be so wonderful and so beautiful. I mean, if you are looking at doing some travel, the Eight of Wands can be some travel and you've been putting some things off. The Fool likes a little bit of travel as well. So perhaps you are either changing where you're traveling to, or you are traveling somewhere where you've always wanted to go. Nine of Cups. I've always wanted to go to this destination. And so this is where that door of opportunity may be opening up for you. Just remember again that if you are either traveling in the month of November, okay, or if you're making those travel plans, make sure that you do really get everything under control. And make sure that you take copies and duplicates of absolutely everything, because this is just the time during a Mercury retrograde where reservations get lost. There can be travel delays, things like that, right? So as long as we've got everything all backed up and documented, then, you know, it should be smooth sailing. And that Eight of Wands indicates that. We also have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, and we've got the Ace of Coins. All right. So here is indicating that there can be a better way. Okay, something new coming in for you, a new opportunity, new business venture, new career path, new investments, whatever it happens to be. The Ace of Coins can be you spending money or receiving money, you know, starting up your own business again, expanding your own business as well sometimes there. And, you know, it can be a little bit of luck. The aces do bring new beginnings, a fresh start, or a leveling up. And the Ace of Coins can be some new information, new knowledge, new resources. It can also be a little bit of luck on your side. The aces always do tend to bring a little bit of luck with them. But the Ace of Coins especially can be really lucky, and it can represent some sort of windfall, whether material windfall or like metaphorical, right? So something that like feels like you've just got everything that you wish for. And again, it's an alignment with your wishes and your goals, right? So we do have this King of Coins, we've got your Nine of Cups, and then we've got the Ace of Coins. So a gift, an opportunity, a bonus, a raise, investments coming to fruition, or maybe even a better place to park your money, whatever that happens to be. Now we do need to address, of course, the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. Now, some of you may have some choices to make, all right? You may have some important decisions to make, okay? The Kings both showing up for you there show that that power and that leadership quality and that confidence is within you to make the right choices, make the right decisions, okay? But sometimes things aren't always easy. We do have that Ten of Swords, which can represent the end of something, the end of a cycle, Okay, it can represent some very difficult or painful choices in order for you to find the light at the end of the tunnel. That 10 can represent endings, but transitioning into new beginnings a better way. And it is the swords energy. So this can be conversations, it can be communications, it can be big ideas. And sometimes we need to kind of say goodbye to something in order for us to look and find that better path, that better way. So you could find new ways of communicating. Again, if you've got multiple opportunities, it may be a very painful, a very difficult choice to say yes to one and no to the other, right? So some of you could have some unexpected events that do happen as well in November. Okay, it might be very challenging with that 10 of Swords, right? That 5 of Cups, process your emotions, right? Something may be lost, but not everything. And you have the ability to turn things around. Okay, to get things back on track, whether something new or making some improvements. You could have a coworker that you enjoy working with. They might leave. Maybe you have a boss that you like and they might leave. Your company may restructure. All of this creates some turbulence, and it might be a little bit of a shock and a surprise perhaps for you. But with the Ace of Coins, things get back on track. All right, so it might be like a temporary thing. It might not necessarily be impacting you directly, but the aftermath of certain things may impact you. Keep an eye on your money though as well, because the 5 of Cups especially can indicate some sort of loss. And yes, there's a potential for recovery with the 5 of Cups, okay, but it's a little bit of a challenge. All right, so just making sure that if you've got your money parked somewhere like the stock market or something like that, make sure that you are comfortable with the amount of risk that may be associated with that investment. Okay, sometimes it's a high risk, sometimes it's medium risk, sometimes it's low risk, which doesn't pay you as much potential, interest and things like that, but at least it's like the safe zone. And so sometimes when we're playing with our nest egg, with our money, we don't want to risk losing the whole thing. So just make sure that you are paying attention, okay, to where you do have your investments, because some of you could potentially pull your money out of some more volatile investments that could potentially pay you, a great deal, but it's also risky investments, right? And with that Ace of Coins, you're finding a safe harbor for your money. And again, that Ace of Coins could potentially be a brand new purchase for some of you. You might be buying a house. You need to move. 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords. It's difficult because you're saying goodbye to your home, your neighborhood, that kind of thing. Okay, you got to process all of that, but there's something new and exciting right around the corner. You might not be moving so, a long way away, but it'll still be different environment, different neighbors, different everything. All right, but certainly it's exciting there as well. Okay, so embrace the excitement. All right, but I do love having that 9 of Cups right in the heart of your reading. It really does bring out some wonderful things. So flying out of your angel numbers, excuse me, we've got number 11. 11s are associated with new beginnings, a fresh start, even something just a little bit better than what you previously had. 11s sometimes do represent an alignment with your wishes. All right. So we have I am intuitive, number 11. You have a keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. I am intuitive. And we've got 12, 12. So 1s and 2s, okay? Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout your entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. I am focused. And there you go. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic month ahead, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.